Hey, what's up, y'all? And I'm back with some more college football predictions. Right here I have the SEC West predictions, part one. I've got LSU, Alabama, and Ole Miss. So I guess let's start out with LSU. Now they were Now they were really good last year, of course. Went 9-3 in the regular season, but they did beat. Guess they got blown out by Tennessee, but they did beat Alabama though. Yeah, they did lose to Florida State by 1 point start the season, and then they did crap the bed against A&M, but they did beat Alabama, like I said. And then before losing to Georgia in the SEC championship, and then they just absolutely obliterated. I think it was Purdue in their bowl game. So, and then it was about as bad as the beat down in the national championship. So, but anyway, so let's talk about how they did this year. Of course, this will be the second year for Brian Kelly in the SEC. So, anyway, and so then of course they do bring back their quarterback, Jaden Daniels. Yeah, he's a dual threat quarterback. Also led the team in rushing. So, and then they do also bring back their leading receiver, Malik Neighbors. So, but then they do lose some a lot of pieces on defense. So, but of course they recruit very well. So, anyways, that's enough. How about we just go ahead and start tacking this schedule? So you start out week 1 against Florida State in Orlando, and last year they beat you by 1 point in New Orleans. I think it was a blocked extra point at the end, or it would have gone into overtime. So, and then but this time, yes, I do think that you will get your revenge this time. So, anyway, and then up next you do have Grambling. I mean, I like that G though, but still, this will be it. But still, I mean, I do expect LSU to destroy Grambling. So yeah, that'll be an easy win. And then next up, they do play at Mississippi State for their first SEC game, and I do think that Mississippi State is going to. I think I've already said, I do think that that Mississippi State is taking a step back, because they are bringing in a new coaching staff. So, and then and then next you've got Arkansas. Yeah, it was a close game against Arkansas last year, but still think you'll you'll beat them. And then up next, you do have your this is where you have your back-to-back road games, at Ole Miss and at Missouri. And to think that it's against Ole Miss that I think you do take your first loss. Yeah, I don't think you're gonna go undefeated. Sorry. So do have you losing on the road to Ole Miss. And then next up, you do play at Missouri, and I think you'll beat them. And they should be no match for you. And then next you've got Auburn, right? There's where you come back home to play Auburn. They're still rebuilding, so that should be an easy win. And then you've got Army. Now, of course, got a lot of respect for Army and the other service academies, but I still think LSU is gonna win, but no, but again, no disrespect to Army. So and then that takes you into your bye week, and then up next, coming out of your bye week, you do have your big game at Alabama, and yes, I do think y'all are gonna beat Alabama and win the West. I think you already know this from when I did my Alabama preview with Ballard, and of course I think I've said it on other people's channels as well. That yes, I do think that LSU is going to be the more complete team this year. So yes, I do have you beating Bama. And then up next you've got Florida. Like I've said before, Florida is in a tailspin. So right now, so that's a win. And then you got Georgia State, and obviously that's a win. And then you do finish things up with Texas A&M. I know that you got embarrassed by them last year. I think that that's not gonna happen again this year. You'll beat them. So that puts you at 11-1 and 7-1 in the SEC. And yes, I do think that you will win the West. So okay, so now we're going on to Alabama. Now, of course, last year Alabama, no playoffs for you. That's right. You went 10-2 with losses to Tennessee and Ole Miss, but you did beat Kansas State in the Sugar Bowl. So I would say y'all were 4 points away from being 12-0. Well, y'all were also 11 points away from 7-5. So I mean, yeah, y'all struggled in a lot in a lot of games last year, especially on the road. So now, of course, you do get most of your hard games from last year. You do get at home this year. So, and yes, now let's talk about this year. I know that a lot of Alabama fans feel like Alabama's being disrespected, and that everyone else is saying that the dynasty could be over. So anyway, so now of course you do lose Bryce Young. So you do lose a Heisman winning quarterback. You're not replacing Bryce Young. We had Jalen Mildew and Ty Simp, and so those were no good. So you had to get Tyler Buckner from Notre Dame. So your quarterback situation, it's bad. Of course, you do lose Jahmyr Gibbs, your best running back, and then he was also a big part of the passing game as well. And then of course you do lose a lot on defense. Will Anderson and the others. Henry, To'o. And now now y'all think that y'all can be better than y'all were last year. I don't think so. Plus, your wide receivers did drop a lot of passes last year. So anyway, let's take a look at this schedule. So they do start out with Middle Tennessee. That's an easy win, obviously. And then next up you got Texas, and of course I've already done my previews for both Alabama and Texas, so you know that I have Bama winning this one. Because it's at home, and you do get months to prepare. So I gave you the win, but I'm not very confident in it. And then up next, you're playing at USF. What are you doing playing at USF? But anyway, it doesn't matter. Y'all should just curb stomp them. Anyway, and then up next, you do play Ole Miss, and if this game was on the road, I'd probably be picking Ole Miss. But since you do get them at home, I'm giving you a win. And then up next, you have your back-to-back road games. You are at Mississippi State. Now, of course, Mississippi State is not really rebuilding. I would say retooling on the offense with the new coach, Zach Arnett. I think that should be a win. And then next, you've got you are at Texas A&M, and you already know this is where I have you taking your first loss. You barely beat. You barely beat them at home last year, and that was with Jalen Milroe playing because Bryce Young was hurt. So Y'all without Bryce Young and barely beat them this time on the road. Again, without Bryce Young. So I think they're gonna beat you. So and then next you've got Arkansas, and now Saban has never lost to Arkansas since he's been at Bama. So I don't expect that to change this year. So I'm gonna give you the win there, and then next you've got Tennessee, who of course did beat you last year. But this year you get them at home, and I think that you're not gonna have 15 penalties. So I think you're gonna get them back this year. And then next, that does take you into your bye week, and then you come out of that, and you've got LSU, and I just did LSU. So for the reasons I've already said, mostly quarterback. I do think that the LSU will beat Bama, and then you're at Kentucky. I mean, that'll be a win. I've already done Kentucky, so. And the next you've got Chattanooga, and then you do finish up at Auburn in the Iron Bowl. I know that some crazy stuff happens in Jordan-Hare, but Auburn is still in a rebuilding year. So I think you'll beat Auburn. So that does bring you out to 10-2 and 6-2 in the SEC. Okay, now we're going to be moving on to Ole Miss. So of course Ole Miss was 8-4 last year, 8-5 after losing their bowl game. So. But anyway, so let's talk about Ole Miss for this year now. So anyway, now of course Ole Miss is known for offense. Lane Kiffin is known for being one of the best offensive minds in college football. So, and then quarterback Jackson Dart does return. But they also brought in Spencer Sanders, veteran quarterback, transferred from Oklahoma State. So there's going to be a quarterback competition, as Spencer Sanders was a multi-year starter at Oklahoma State. So. And then, of course, that they do return the SEC's leading rusher, running back Quinshon Judkins, had over 1,500 yards last year. So, let's see, and then and then they do lose their top two receivers. So that hurts. But anyway, Yeah, let's get into that schedule now. So they do start out week 1 against Mercer. And that'll be an easy win. You should just completely annihilate them. And then next you are at Tulane. Now this is not this is not going to be the same Tulane as last year. And I know they did, make the New Year's Six Bowl, beat USC. But all the good players on that team are gone. Yet it was a team with a lot of seniors, and now most of their good players off of last year's team are gone. Really just the quarterback Michael Pratt returns. So now if Tulane was bringing all those guys back, I would probably pick Tulane, but yeah, there's not going to be the same. So I'm going to take so I think y'all will beat them, and then Tulane does come to Oxford in 2025, or they're supposed to anyway. And then next they've got Georgia Tech. They were at Georgia Tech last year, playing them at home this year, and I think it'll be the same result. I think that y'all will. Yes, I think that y'all will crush them again. So, and then up next, you do play. You are at Alabama, and I think this is where you take your first L, and then next you get LSU. No, I just did LSU, so you already know that I do have you upsetting LSU, and I think that's going to be their only loss. So, and then next you've got Arkansas, and I think you're going to beat Arkansas. So, and then that takes you to your bye week, and then after that you are at Auburn, and I'm giving you a win there. And then also you've got then you play Vandy, and that should be an easy win as well. And then you are at Georgia, and of course I've already talked about Georgia. I think I am a little bit concerned about y'all, but I still think we're gonna beat y'all. So, and then you play ULM. That'll be an easy win. You should blow them out. And then you finish things off with Mississippi State, and I just have a feeling. I think that even though Mississippi State is going to be retooling the offense, I still think they're going to beat some people. I just got a feeling that yes, you fall to Mississippi State to end the regular season. So, all right, it does put you at 9-3 and 5-3 in the SEC. So there you go. So that's going to be it. So thanks for watching. And let me know what y'all think in the comments below. And I'll see y'all again next time.